conference this Monday, and I'm honored to introduce our resource persons who will discuss about the developments in the ongoing impeachments against the Vice President. We have House Lead Prosecutor, Attorney Gerbil Jinky Betrix Loistro, House Assistant Minority Leader, Attorney Jose Manuel Shell Jokno, House Assistant Minority Leader and Kabataan Party List Representative Renel Luis Emco, also a lawyer. So before we open the floor for media questions, let us allow our distinguished guests to give their short opening remarks. Ma'am Gerbil, please proceed.
For my opening remarks, I wish to share to the Filipino people that the 11 prosecutors is resolved. We will continue to proceed with the impeachment trial. The 11 prosecutors are ready. As a matter of fact, even our pre-trial brief is ready. And right now, the Secretary General of the House of Representatives is already on its way to the Philippine Senate to submit the manifestation which contains our justification why we opted not to file a reply to the answer filed by the respondent Vice President. Sa kabila po ng mga komosyon, irregularidad na nagaganap doon sa Senado ng Republika ng Pilipinas, ang 11 prosecutors po ay hindi natitinag at handang humarap sa papalapit na impeachment trial. We are considering the same timeline na inilabas ng former leadership. So we anticipate na June 18, ang 11 prosecutors po ay a-appear sa impeachment court for the first day of pre-trial conference, and on July 6 para po sa unang schedule ng trial naman doon sa impeachment court. Rest assured po that the 11 prosecutors are still very much focused on the preparation because we understand that regardless of what's happening in the Senate, ito po'y constitutional duty. There is no option not to proceed. The only option is to proceed because this is obligatory on the part of the 11 prosecutors. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Gerbil. Let us hear the opening statement of House Trial Spokesco. Ma'am?
Thank you very much. Andito tayo ngayon dahil pinapanawagan natin ang demanda ng kabataan na simulan na ang paglilitis forthwith. Tapos na at maging tapos na ang pagiging palitan ng pleadings galing sa prosecution at sa depensa. Oras na ngayon para ang timeline, ang schedule ng paglilitis ay masunod. At syempre, ang mga mamamayang Pilipino, hindi lang aabangan ito, no, pero sasama sa proseso. Ang tanging sagot lang natin kung bakit patuloy yung panawagan natin dahil gusto natin ng totoong sagot. Galing po sa depensa, galing po kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Simple lang naman po yung panawagan natin, to move forward, we need closure. At para magka-closure, kailangan ng sagot. Hindi po normal at hindi dapat maging normal na walang sagot. So, hinihintay natin yung paglilitis para po makita na natin, no, with finality, ano po yung mga depensa, and syempre, paano po tayo mag-move forward sa proseso ng pananagutan. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.
Thank you po, Spokes. Let us hear now from our prosecutor, Prosecutor Jokno.
Magandang umaga po sa atin lahat. Ang ina-expect natin na answer, yung sagot sa Articles of Impeachment, ay sasagutin dapat yung mga alegasyon ng mga facts na andon. Pero kung titingnan kasi natin yung naging sagot ni Vice President, ay mukhang ang gusto niya ay ipadismiss agad ang kaso. Hindi naman pwede yun. Dahil siyempre, kailangan unang mauna ang paglilitis o yung trial ng kaso bago magkaroon ng paghahatol o pagpapasya ng ating Senado bilang impeachment court. Kaya po hindi na kami nag-file ng reply dahil wala naman bagong factual allegations na kailangan sagutin. Ang kailangan ngayon ay litisin na agad ang kasong ito at kami naman po sa hanay ng prosecution ay handang-handa na magpresenta ng ebidensya. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir. Let us now call Tina Panganiban Perez from GMA7. Tina.
Good morning po, Kongs. After the filing of the manifestation, what happens next po?
So, kagaya po ng nabanggit ko kanina, kasalukuyan pong malapit na sa Senado ang Secretary General ng House of Representatives upang isumite ang manifestation ng 11 prosecutors na naglalaman po ng aming paliwanag, justification why we opted not to file a reply to the answer. At kagaya po ng sinabi ni Kong Chel Jokno a while ago, it is for the reason that they did not dispute our material allegations of facts contained in the articles of impeachment, no? So pagkatapos po nito, we will look forward naman sa paparating na submission ng pre-trial brief at ayon po sa timeline na inalabas ng Senado ng dating leadership, ito po ay June 15 ang deadline. June 15 is the deadline for the filing of pre-trial brief. Ito pong pre-trial brief ay maglalaman ng stipulations for admissions, list of witnesses, and even marking of exhibits, no? Whatever manifestation ang gusto po naming isama, kaugnay sa gaganaping trial, ay maaari din po naming banggitin dito sa pre-trial brief. After the submission of the pre-trial brief, then we will look forward na mag-a-appear na po ang 11 prosecutors before the impeachment court para naman po sa unang araw ng pre-trial conference, and that will be on June 18, no? As I've been telling the public, wala po kaming official notices pa, but nonetheless, where our preparation is aligned to the timeline that was publicized by the Senate, particularly the former leadership.
Ma'am, nabanggit niyo po in a previous interview na yung holding of a special session makakatulong po sa Senate if they decide to appoint a presiding officer for the Senate Impeachment Court. May official communication na po ba if a special session will be held?
Today is Monday, and as of now, we have no information whatsoever about the possible special session. Either the same is initiated through the executive, the president, or through the two chambers, the upper and the lower house. No, but we will be looking into that, the possibility of knowing at least kung meron bang initiative from the House, from the Senate, or from Malacanang in as far as the conduct of special session is concerned.
Opo. Kung also in a previous interview, sinabi po ninyo, as well as the other prosecutors, that the House is recognizing the new leadership, the one where they elected Senate President Pro Tempore Win Gatchalian as acting SP. Yung defense po kasi, wala pa po silang statement on the issue. And you already said that in case the Cayetano block and the Gatchalian block will be issuing differing notices about the impeachment, ang kikilalanin niyo po ay yung kay Gatchalian. What if iba po yung kilalanin ng defense? Paano po yun?
Well, we have to understand that when we adjourned Sine Die, it was done by way of a concurrent resolution, no? One from the House of Representatives and one from the Senate. And the resolution which came from the Senate as part of the concurrent resolution was through the leadership of acting SP Win Gatchalian, no? Please understand, kami pong 11 prosecutors ay bahagi ng House of Representatives. As a matter of fact, we are representing the institution. In other words, if the position of the House of Representatives is in favor of the legitimacy of the leadership of acting SP Gatchalian, then it follows na doon din po kami susunod in as far as notices and orders are concerned, at doon din po kami mag-a-appear sa mga notices of proceedings na ilalabas nila. Now to your question, paano po kung dalawa ang notice? Then perhaps this will create a very awkward scenario, no? I don't know what will be the stand of the defense. It is for them to comment to that. Basta ang sigurado kung anong posisyon ng institution, yun ang posisyon ng House of Representatives. Again, ng 11 prosecutors. If the House of Representatives already recognize the leadership of acting SP Win Gatchalian, it follows that the 11 prosecutors will be appearing before the impeachment court under the leadership of acting SP Win Gatchalian.
Ma'am, do you see that delaying the process further, the trial? Kasi kunyari, doon sa Blue Ribbon, meron last week, meron din ngayon.
That is a possibility, no? That this may cause delay to the schedule of the impeachment trial, including the pre-trial conference, no? However, I am positive sapagkat narinig ko si acting SP Win Gatchalian. He pronounced that the timeline that was released by Senate was agreed upon by the senator judges, and he's inclined to follow the same timeline, no? At dahil sa pronouncement na yan ni acting SP Win, kami naman po ay nananalig na walang mababago sa mga petsang napapaloob doon. To be specific, June 15 para sa submission ng pre-trial brief, June 18 para sa first day ng pre-trial conference, at July 6 para sa first schedule ng trial or presentation of evidence.
May we also hear from Prosec Chel and Kong Rene?
Yes, matindi yung paghahanda namin para sa darating na pre-trial at trial. Alam namin na talagang challenge naman ang isang impeachment case, and we are fully prepared for the coming hearings both on June 18 and on July 6. Ngayon, pagdating naman sa mga issue about the House leadership, that's really something that should be settled within that August chamber. But at the same time, as the chair has said, as an institution, we have to respect the resolutions that came when we adjourned sine die. So, yun ang susundan po namin, at siguro abangan na lang ninyo yung mga susunod na mangyayari sa Senado.
Well, sa bahagi naman ng mamamayan, no, na-release na ang schedule at mabibigo na naman sila kung hindi masusunod. So, nasa interest din ng proseso ng pananagutan na kung anumang nalatag na ng mga petsa. At may commitment naman from both houses, and may commitment right now from the prosecution panel na susundin natin siya. Kailangan na nating ituloy-tuloy ito. No? Ang panawagan nga natin, no, start the process, start the trial. Kung may further delays, although that's possible, ito naman ay makikita natin bilang balakid sa proseso ng pananagutan. So, kaya po, ang panawagan din sa ating lahat, no, in our classrooms, in our communities, tayo din ay maghanda sa paglilitis, pag-aralan natin yung articles of impeachment, tignan din natin yung mga steps ng proseso, and syempre, maging involved sa kabuuang proseso.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Tina. We will now entertain the next questions from Amy Atienza of 1PH. Amy, please proceed.
Hello po. Ask ko lang po, paano po ba yung magiging process po for the impeachment trial? Magkakaroon po ba ng live stream? Should the senator judges be present po? All senator judges should be present po during the trials? And how long will it take po ba?
At siguro, pwede pong we hash out the finer details in the coming days. Pero ang inaasahan din natin, no, may live stream, ang Senate may live stream, ang House of Representatives. Makikita din natin, I'm sure, ang mga media nakaantabay at blow by blow, prepared na magbigay ng updates sa mamamayan. So inaasahan natin na engaged ang taong bayan. And ang dagdag ko na lang dito na sa proseso ng pagpapalawak ng political participation, in-encourage din natin yung lahat na magkaroon ng sariling live streams. No? I'm sure meron yan sa ating mga bahay, sa classrooms, pero magtipon din tayo sana para pag-usapan yung issue. Beyond, syempre, sa pagbasa ng updates at pagbasa ng interpretations, tayo mismo ay gumawa ng sarili nating critical na pagtanggap doon sa mga nangyayari.
To add, and to your question, kung present po ba lahat ng senator judges, let us remember that this is their constitutional duty as well. Kung ang 11 prosecutors ay merong tungkulin sa ilalim ng saligang batas to appear before the impeachment court and present the evidence for the prosecution, mayroon din pong constitutional duty ang 24 senators. And that is by witnessing the presentation of the evidence and later on, upon conclusion of the presentation, by rendering judgment, which is either conviction or acquittal. Now I understand there have been a lot of discussions on the determination of quorum, on the determination of majority, no? Marami pong legal arguments ang nagsisirculate at napapanood natin. But in addition to that, let us consider as well the practical reason that if the senator judge is absent, how can he truly represent the Filipino people? It is therefore my humble position na dapat present lahat ng 24 senators. That is, they are intending to respond to their constitutional mandate.
May dagdag ko lang po. May ilan mga initiatives ang some schools and civil society groups na bantayan yung mangyayaring paglilitis. At ako'y nagnananawagan at nagsasuggest din, lalong-lalo na sa mga law schools at iba't ibang mga paaralan, na maganda siguro kung magkaroon din tayo ng mga watch parties para mapaliwanagan tayo at maintindihan natin ang proseso. Thank you.
Madagdag ko lang din po sana, sino po ba yung parang main lang din po na magfa-facilitate? Paano po ba yung magiging batuhan din po once magkaroon na nga po ng impeachment trial po?
What do you mean by batuhan?
Parang ano lang din po yung parang magiging flow, kumbaga.
That is why we need the impeachment court, because all the guidelines, including the notices, will be coming from the impeachment court through their designated clerk of court, no? Kanina na-mention ko, up to this time, wala pa tayong official notices, and we are just relying to the timeline that was originally publicized by the former leadership, no? Ang lapit na po ng June 15, today is June 8, so I'm really hoping na within the week ay matanggap na po ng 11 prosecutors ang official notice about the filing of pretrial brief, about the start of pretrial conference, and about the start of the trial. This is very important na mayroong official notice because otherwise, the same will not be binding in either party. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Amy. Lines Capanti from GMA Online. You're now recognized.
Good morning po, ma'am. Sir, ma'am. Given po na wala pang official notices, hindi ba yung best way forward na lang ngayon ay to urge the president or, gather support among your colleagues to call for a special session para magkaroon na po ng, kumbaga, cast in stone na dates moving forward? Kasi with the Senate leadership being contested by the other party, by the Cayetano Bloc, Tapos, yun nga, walang official, parang as it is with Cayetano Block still contesting the leadership, the notices are not coming. The official notices are not coming. Hindi ba dapat, ano na lang, ang maging position ay to gather support for, maybe urge the president to call for a special session instead para maplansya na po na masigurado talaga na magkaroon ng impeachment trial. Thank you.
About the notices, I believe that this is administrative, and the duly elected Secretary General of the Senate, if he will be appointed as or elected as the clerk of court as well, can actually do that, the issuance of official notices, no? I remember in the past interviews, I made mention about calling a special session. This is with respect to the option of electing a presiding officer other than acting SP Win Gatchalian. Bagaman, I wish to express my faith and confidence to acting SP Win. Alam kong napakarunong niya, napakasipag niya, because I've seen him work for the past years already. Very diligent siya sa trabaho. And I believe na even if he is a non-lawyer, he can competently preside the impeachment court, no? Nonetheless, I made mention before the special session, that is only if they will be considering to elect a presiding officer other than acting SP Win Gatchalian. Otherwise, I think we can proceed if the problem is only the notices, because the clerk of court can actually issue that.
Ma'am, yung ano lang po. So, yung sa pre-trial brief, ma'am, if ever, pwede bang ma-disclose sa amin yung pre-trial brief?
Actually, hindi pa tayo sigurado kung ano yung dapat ilalaman ng pre-trial brief dahil hindi pa nga natin natatanggap yung notice. Pero kung titingnan natin yung nangyayari sa court, usually ang pre-trial brief, ang ilalaman yan, yung list of witnesses o number of witnesses, yung mga exhibits na mamarkahan, yung issues na ikakaharap sa korte, at yung mga stipulations or admissions. Generally, yan ang mga pinag-uusapan sa isang pre-trial. Ngayon, as far as what will happen in the actual pre-trial, that will all depend on the notice itself. Kaya inaabangan din natin yung ilalabas na notice. We have, as the chair has mentioned, naka-ready na ang aming draft. Pero siyempre, kailangan makita muna namin yung notice bago namin ihain yon. Thank you.
Yung may inclusion po ba doon sa pre-trial brief? Yung mga, kasama po ba doon yung mga na-present na sa Justice Committee? Or o kasama, yung subpoena po ba, would that be under the pre-trial brief or ibang stage pa yun ng trial?
Sa court, usually, ang mga subpoena ay fina-file either at or before the actual pre-trial. So, that is a possibility. No. As far as the evidence is concerned, ayoko munang banggitin kung ano yung mga ihaharap namin ebidensya. Alam niyo naman ay mga strategy yan. Hintay-hintay na lang natin yan.
Thank you, Linesca. Marian Enriquez from TV5.
Hi po, good morning po. Meron pong reports na sumulat daw po yung Senate Secretary under Cayetano's leadership dun po sa bagong Senate Secretary Renato Bantug Jr. May proposal po para sa isang possible interim administrative arrangements. So, ang isa sa mga proposal is yung adoption po of a dual signatory or joint certification by current officials. I understand, Chair Luistro, na ang stand po ng prosecution panel is susundin kung ano po yung stand po ng House of Representatives who recognize na nga po yung new leadership. But does the House prosecution panel believe that there is any constitutional basis for an interim administration in the Senate while questions nga po over yung leadership remain unresolved?
The Constitution does not provide for interim administration, no? Ang hirap din i-conceive na dalawa ang Senate President, dalawa ang SecGen, dalawa ang Clerk of Court. There has to be one only because that's what the Constitution provides, no? And with respect to the 11 prosecutors, we have manifested already our position. Kung nasan yung House, nandudun kami. Kung ang nire-recognize ng House ay ang leadership ni Acting SP Win, then we are recognizing the same leadership.
How important tingin niyo po yung stability ng Senate leadership to ensuring a credible impeachment trial?
Ako, I have expressed my faith and confidence already to the present leadership in the same way that I express the same faith and confidence to the former leadership during their time, no? Remember that this is a constitutional duty. This is not a question of sino ba ang Senate President? Sino ba ang presiding officer? Sino ba ang clerk of court? This is a question of proceeding to trying the case and rendering judgment afterwards, no? This is not a question about personality of who will preside, personality of who will be the senator judges, personality of who will be the prosecutors or the defense. What the Constitution mandates is very simple and clear. Trial forthwith. It does not mention about personalities or positions. And after trial forthwith, judgment which is either conviction or acquittal.
Dagdag ko lang po, nung nanumpa ang mga senador natin bilang mga mahistrado, they promised that they would set aside o isasantabi nila yung kanilang political affiliations at sila ay magiging impartial at objective. At yun ang aasahan natin sa darating na paglilitis.
Huli na lang po. Anong mensahe po kaya sa tingin niyo would it send if the Senate remains preoccupied po with internal leadership issues while an impeachment trial is pending?
Magagalit ang mga tao. Yun ang klaro. Because the survey already shows the super majority of the Filipino people who are waiting for this trial, no? From my last recollection, 74% ng mga Pilipino ang gustong-gustong matuloy na itong impeachment trial na ito. And remember, the allegations in the present articles of impeachment are the same allegation in the articles of impeachment back in the 19th Congress. Ibig sabihin, we are dealing with the same questions on threat, confidential fund, bribery, and unexplained wealth. Which means, simula 19th Congress hanggang sa oras na ito, wala pa pong naririnig na kasagutan ang sambayanang Pilipino. So to your question, kung anong magiging consequence, anong reaction ng mga tao, certainly from my end, magagalit ang mga Pilipino if we keep on delaying this impeachment trial.
Siguro ang dagdag ko na lang din, ang mensahe kung magkakaroon ng tuloy-tuloy na pagkakaroon ng delay ay isang araw na naman na hindi nauuna ang pananagutan. Isang araw na naman na hindi na pa-prioritize yung tanong, asan po ba napunta yung pera ng taong bayan? Asan po yung mga sagot para masabi natin na yung pamumuno ay naaayon hindi lang sa konstitusyon, pero sa anong pangangailangan ng mamamayan. Kaya nga po, as the days go by, nakita nating tumataas yung mga humihiling na magsimula na ang paglilitis. Dahil the longer this goes on, the longer these issues are unresolved, mas nararamdaman ng mamamayang Pilipino na hindi inuuna yung mga panawagan nila. Kaya po, para unahin natin yung priority of the Filipino people, kailangan nang magtuloy-tuloy yung paglilitis.
Matagal nang iniintay ng sambayan ng Pilipino ang makita ang ebidensya at malaman ang katotohanan dito sa impeachment case na ito. At dapat wala nang maging sagabal sa trial sa Senado.
I just want to add that I have an update about the filing of the manifestation, no? So, nag-furnish po tayo ng copy ng manifestation ng 11 prosecutors sa Office of the Vice President. We also furnish copy of the manifestation to Fortune Narvasa Law Firm. And thereafter, ito po'y dinala na ng Secretary General ng House of Representatives sa Senado. And it was received at exactly 11:15 a.m. This is through SecGen General Bantug under the leadership of Acting SP Win Gatchalian.
Thank you, Marian. We will now call on Isaiah Mirapuentes of Billionario.
Hello, Kong. Good morning po. Sundan ko na rin po yung mga tanong regarding sa possible na maging delay sa mangyayaring impeachment. If ever nga kung magkaroon ng delay, ano yung mga possible remedies na pwede natin gawin? How will we react on it? Since may utos ang Korte Suprema na forthwith.
Hindi lang naman ang Supreme Court ang nag-utos ng forthwith, mismo yung ating saligang batas ang nagsasabi na dapat forthwith ang paglilitis ng kaso. Gagawin namin ang lahat para matuloy ang paglilitis. It's very hard to anticipate what exactly will cause delay. But if ever, I think the weight of the public's, yung pag-iintay ng taong bayan dito sa paglilitis ay talagang magiging malaking bagay na that will stop any further delays in this case. And we are expecting, we're ready to prepare to present our evidence come July 6. We hope that there will be no obstacles to that happening.
So if ever, Kongs, just for your observation sa mga nangyari ngayon sa Senado, yung Cayetano Black, they still want na maging majority sila. So tingin nyo ba isa sa dahilan kaya sila naninindigan sa posisyon nila is para sila yung mag-lead na mangyayaring impeachment?
Mahirap pumasok sa kaisipan ng mga membro ng Senado at I don't want to plant my own thoughts into their minds. Of course, there's a lot of political dynamics to what is happening in the Senate. At the same time, to me, the command is very clear. Regardless of their political affiliations, regardless of what is happening between the two groups in the Senate, wala silang choice at ang tungkulin nila ay napakalinaw. Kailangan matuloy ang paglilitis ng kasong ito at dapat agad-agad ito mangyari.
And regarding po dun sa tinatawag nating 18 Maleta Boys, which is some of the prosecution, nabanggit po yung pangalan nila last week. And sinasabi na rin natin na isa sa dahilan kaya po ito nangyari para rin siraan yung kredibilidad ng House Prosecution Panel. Do you think po ba this time nasira ba nila o hindi naman?
I honestly believe that hindi naapektuhan ang credibility ng 11 prosecutors, no? Just to be specific, nasama po doon si Kong Laila De Lima, myself, Kong Terry Ridon, and Kong Zia Adjong, who is one of our spokespersons, no? We maintain integrity and honesty in the discharge of our function as public servants. The inconsistencies are very much evident at tayo po'y nananalig na hindi maaapektuhan ng 18 ex-Marines na affidavit ang kredibilidad na matagal nang meron ang 11 prosecutors.
Dagdag na lang din ako. Nakita natin yung reactions ng mamamayan sa naging hearing and sa testimonies ng witnesses na from the 18 ex-Marines. And safe to say, no, karamihan ng mga tao doon na nag-react ay kinwestiyon yung credibility ng mga witnesses. So tayo, kailangan lang natin, no, tuloy-tuloy yung panawagan natin sa trabaho natin na yung pananagutan, yung proseso nito, masunod. Na hindi naman po naapektuhan at hindi magpapaapekto sa gantong klaseng hearing na at the end of the day ay marami pa pong tanong sa kanya.
Thank you, Saya. Next is Rosalie Cas from UNTV.
Good morning po, Kongs. Kay Kong Jervil po. Sorry for this question. In what point in time will the Vice President be made to appear before the impeachment court, before the impeachment trial formally begins? Will there be any po?
Yes. Before the presentation of evidence, the impeachment court is supposed to issue a writ of summons. If you remember, they issued that already for the purpose of filing an answer. But if you will be going back to the rules, that writ of summons is supposed to mention not only the filing of answer, but also the appearance of the respondent vice president before the impeachment court.
But it never happened.
The writ of summons only made mention about the filing of answer. Actually, that was our observation, Kong Chel and myself, no? So we anticipate that another writ of summons may be issued by the impeachment court, and that is for the purpose of Vice President's appearance before the impeachment court.
Kung titingnan po natin yung rules of the Senate as an impeachment court, malinaw na nakalagay doon na aside from yung utos na sagutin ni Vice President yung articles of impeachment, dapat din magkaroon ng isang hearing na haharap ang Vice Presidente sa impeachment court at doon malalaman kung ano yung magiging plea niya. Kung halimbawa ayaw niyang pumunta, then the automatic under the rules that will be considered as a plea of not guilty. On the other hand, the rules also provide that the respondent has the choice of entering a plea of guilty during that hearing. So inaantay din natin at kung ang magiging batayan natin ay yung rules, dapat talaga magkaroon ng hearing na yon before the actual trial on July 6.
That should happen po ba before the pre-trial conference?
Well, it should happen at the latest before the trial.
Okay po. Additional lang po, since hanggang ngayon po ang sitwasyon sa Senate ay yung leadership remains to be contested, do you think this is an advantage for the defense team?
I don't see that what is happening in the Senate will be an advantage to the defense team. This is about the evidence. At matagal na rin namin iniintay yung pagkakataon na ilatag ang ebidensya, hindi lang sa mga senator judge, kundi sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. And we are really in the process now of making sure that our presentations are done in a way that will be felt by everyone.
Dagdag na lang din po. I think ang further delay ay disadvantage din to the defense. Dahil gusto natin yung mga ebidensya at sagot ni VP ng defense doon sa articles of impeachment na nanggaling sa citizens' complaints, no, at duly na process ng House Committee on Justice ay ma-dispense with na. Kaya po ang gusto din natin, matapos na yung paglilitis. Para sa punot dulo po nito, kung ano man yung aligasyon, may magtatatak, no? Alin dito yung mabigat, alin dito yung totoo, alin dito yung pwedeng isantabi na. Ang pagtutuloy-tuloy ng paglilitis will be supposedly to the advantage of the Office of the Vice President, of the official therein, at lahat ng mga institusyon na humaharap ng mga gantong aligasyon. So, bagamat may mga gantong mga delays, gusto natin matuloy-tuloy na siya.
Sorry po, last on my part na lang po. Pero if wala pa rin pong formal notices from the Senate Impeachment Court ngayong linggong to, yun po yung makakapagpa-cause of concern po sa inyo?
Ako, very positive ako na may ma-receive na tayong official notice within the week again, this is anchored from the pronouncement of Acting SP Win that he will be following the original timeline released by the Senate.
Ma'am, if wala pa pong formal communication, meron po bang informal communication or meron na po ba kayong pakikipag-usap kay Acting SP po?
We are not aware if the leadership has communication with the new leadership of the Senate.
Thank you. Next is Vivian Gulia from ABS-CBN2.
Good morning. Kong Luistro, clarification lang. Necessary po ba, must po ba na magkaroon ng special session for the impeachment trial to proceed? Kasi na-mention ninyo kanina yung need to elect certain officials of the impeachment court after the events, the developments at the Senate. So, kailangan po bang magkaroon ng special session for the impeachment trial to proceed, or can it proceed even without a special session of Congress?
If my recollection is correct, no? Mukhang during the election of the new leadership, walang na-elect na clerk of court. So if ever special session is necessary before the start of this impeachment trial, perhaps it will be for the purpose of electing the clerk of court. I am not certain if there is a rule that the Secretary General can automatically assume the position of the clerk of court in the absence of election, but we will be inquiring this concern as well with the Senate.
Can it proceed even without a special session?
Since we have the acting SP and the notices can be issued by the clerk of court, if the new leadership is aligned to the position that SecGen may assume the position of the clerk of court, I think it can proceed.
Maybe also get an update on the list of witnesses for the pretrial brief. Previously, you mentioned around 25. Nadagdagan po ba ito? Nabawasan?
We're still on the 25 as the approximate number of witnesses intended for the 4 articles of impeachment already. So far, wala namang changes.
Thank you, Kong.
Do we have any other questions from the media? Kung wala na po, we will hear the closing remarks of our honorable guest. Okay. The lady in red from PTV4. Ma'am, kindly identify yourself na lang po. Sorry bago ho ba kayo?
Good morning po, Reps. Sheila Natividad po from PTV. Other matter po ito, hindi po ito tungkol sa impeachment. Any statement po regarding po sa nangyari ngayong lindol sa Mindanao area, particularly sa Jensen po? Thank you.
As I have seen from the past leaderships, no, and with the current leadership, tumutulong naman talaga ang House of Representatives sa kung sino man ang nagkakaroon ng mga ganitong pangyayari, no? So, today is Monday, but I anticipate that the leadership will be initiating the help which we need to extend to the affected victims of this earthquake. I understand that part of the affected area is the district of our Senior Deputy Speaker, Dinan Hernandez. And, of course, we want to express our sympathy and concern to the affected countrymen there in Mindanao.
Our hearts go out to all the victims of the disaster, and we will do everything we can to provide assistance and support to all of them.
Sa bahagi natin, naaalarma tayo na nangyari to on the first day of school ng ating mga kabataan, mga estudyante sa public, elementary, and high school. So hinihiling natin, no, and we're working towards ensuring yung safety ng lahat, lalo na't ng mga anak na syempre nandito ngayon, dapat nagsisimula ng pag-aaral, pero may gantong kalamidad na nangyari. So, sa bahagi natin, no, magtulungan din tayo, pero kailangan din nating ma-ensure yung mga institutional measures para kung mangyari man to ulit, no, at mangyayari to ulit, nasa Pacific Ring of Fire tayo, protektado tayong lahat. So, ang mga buildings natin, up to par, may structural integrity, up to updated yung ating mga disaster relief networks and yung mga buildings in our area, especially evacuation centers, and lahat no, ng kayang civil society organizations and government agencies na tumugon ay tumugon sa pinakakagyat.
Do you have follow-up question, Sheila? Okay, with that, we will now hear the closing remarks of our honorable House leaders. Chairperson Luistro.
Sa kabila po ng mga komosyon at issues ng leadership na nagaganap ngayon sa Senado, makakaasa po ang taong bayan na nananatili pong tapat sa constitutional duty ang 11 prosecutors ng House of Representatives. Nakahanda po kaming humarap sa impeachment court sa mga dates na nauna nang inilabas. June 18 for pre-trial conference and July 6 para po sa trial. Sa lahat po ng ating mga kasama sa panunungkulan doon sa Senado, sana maging maayos na anuman ang mga differences na namamagitan between the former leadership and the present leadership. Let us all be faithful to the constitutional mandate, trial forthwith, maliwanag po ito, at ito po ang matagal nang hinihintay ng sambayanang Pilipino. Sana po sama-sama nating tugunan ang pagtalima sa tawag ng ating saligang batas. Let us proceed to trial. Let us hear the evidence of the prosecution. Let us hear the evidence of the defense. And ultimately, let us witness our senator judges render their judgment, which is either conviction or acquittal.
Spokes, Ko.
Okay. Ang maayos na paglilitis, ang pagtuloy-tuloy ng mga hakbang ng trial at ang pag-i-ensure nating lahat nito ay investment sa future ng kabataan. Kung makikita natin na ang proseso ng pananagutan ay magtutuloy-tuloy at mananagot ang dapat managot, ang katotohanan ay lumabas, ang bebenepisyo po dito ay ang magmamana no, ng kinabukasan ng mga pulisiya na sa punot dulo gusto nating magsilbi sa mamamayan. Handa po ang kabataan na gawin ang lahat na makakaya para ang mga proseso na ito ay magtuloy-tuloy, maisaayos at masama ang pinakamarami. Kaya po ang panawagan natin muli, no, start the trial forthwith, no, makuha na yung sagot, hindi lang ni VP Sara, pero yung katotohanan dito sa mga nangyayaring mga issue sa bansa natin.
Prosecutor Diokno.
Ang paglilitis ng kasong impeachment ang isa sa pinakamahalagang proseso para sa pananagutan at para malaman ang katotohanan. Ito'y matagal nang iniintay ng ating lahat ng mga Pilipino at ito'y talagang sabihin natin magiging trial of the century. We are ready for the trial and we look forward to the presentation of our evidence.
Muli, maraming salamat po ulit sa ating mga bisita ngayong umaga. House Committee on Justice Chairperson and Lead Prosecutor, Attorney Gerbil Jinky Beatrix Luistro, Batangas. House Assistant Minority Leader and Prosecutor, Attorney Jose Manuel Shell Diokno, Opakbayan Party List. And House Assistant Minority Leader and House Trial Spokesperson Rene Luis M. Co. of Kabataan Party List. Sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat po. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.